everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Debbie and this is my Crafty Dan. If you're new here, thanks for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. And if you're a returning viewer, then welcome back. And I hope you enjoyed today's journal with me. So I am just working in the junk journal that I made out of scraps and old papers and all the things that I had laying around on my desktop. And the cover is actually an old book cover, a hardcover book cover that I turned into a traveler's notebook style so that I could insert these notebooks into it. And I will link that video down below if I can find it. I've had this for quite a while now, but I do think I made a video on that. I'm going to start by inking up my pages here. I decided to ink up a couple pages while I had it out. And so I'm going to use the supplies that I got from my Your Creative Studio subscription box from June. I've used it in a few different applications and I'm just loving this one. The theme was vintage dragonflies. Yeah, I love dragonflies. And the papers in this one are really nice. So the first thing that I'm doing is just going through all of the stuff that came in that subscription box. I tossed away these little packaged envelopes, what the washi tape and one of the stamps came in, because I thought I'd use that packaging for my little pocket on this page. And so I'm just going through everything in here, trying to decide what am I going to use? What am I not going to use? I pulled off that little Scarlett O'Hara paper notebook sheet there, but I don't think that I use it. I think I take that back off. I'm just taking some of these little tags and tickets and little cards and things like that and putting them all together. And you just play around with it, guys. Just keep playing around with it until it's pleasing to you, and then you can decide what you're gonna stick down. So as you can see, the Gone with the Wind paper, it got taken off, and this little blue and mauvey colored card decided it was gonna go on there instead. Yeah, sometimes the pieces decide where they're going to go. I don't decide, they decide. So yeah, I'm just playing around with these. Keep placing them in different spots on your page until you like it. I mean, eventually the right ones will end up there. And that's what I do. I never know what I'm going to end up with when I start. It's it's just all trial and error. What goes together nice, what should be inked. Like I'm inking this piece. I don't ink them all, but I did decide that I was going to ink some of them. Usually what I do is if it has a white, like a stark white edge, I'll ink that for sure. And then if it's got some color on it that doesn't quite go with the page, I might ink that as well. A little bit of inking on your edges can make a lot of pieces go together. At least that's what I think. I'm not an artist. I just put down what's pleasing to me. And this is my little journal notebook, art journal notebook, glue book, whatever you want to call this little book. It's a keepsake for me, and years from now maybe I can take it out and look at all the little pieces that I put in here, see what I've read. I like to date my pages. They're not in order in the book, so it's not like I date them as I go through from front to back in a journal. I can work anywhere in the journal. I'll just open it to a page. So the dates may all be mixed up, but on any given page, I can look back and see when I did it. And this is why you use wet glue, guys. It gives you a minute to pull something back up and put it down in a different spot if you don't like it. Yeah. Did you see? I took that little sticky note and put it down, pulled it back up again, moved it over because enough of it didn't show when I put my little pocket in. And this is where, a white edge. So I'm inking it. Trying to decide if I want to back it onto something else. I think I do. I think I glue these two together. I think what I was looking for here was a little card to slide down into that pocket from that little bit of packaging, that little, I think it's I'm not even sure what kind of an envelope you'd call that. Is it a coin envelope? I can't even remember right now. Oh my goodness. I've gone completely blank. But yeah, I think it's a coin envelope, and it was just used for the washi. So I just made a little card to stick down in the pocket. I do want to use some of this washi on here though, because this washi's gorgeous, guys, with the dragonflies on it and the colors, like the vintage colors, and then that deep turquoisey blue. You can't even see it hardly on the page, but there's just little hints in that dragonfly. Just the most amazing color. It's just so pretty. And I ripped a little bit of this washi off when I was pulling it off, and I don't know why, but I felt like I had to patch it back together again. I could have left it just torn off. Okay, the stamps. I'm going to go for these dragonfly stamps to add a little bit more to the page. I'm not sure what I was doing there. I think I was trying to tuck that washi behind the edge of the envelope, and I didn't. This is where you change your mind sometimes. I didn't ink up the little envelope pocket here, and then I decided afterwards that I wanted to. So this is a way to get around that when you don't do it. So what I did was just took this card and stuck it under the edges so that I could ink the envelope without getting the background. And I'm going to use these stamps. Oh my gosh, these dragonfly stamps are so pretty. The detail in them is really amazing. And I think I'm just using my vintage photo here because it's that nice neutral brown color. It goes with the page. I think that's what I inked everything with, and then I stamped with it as well so that everything would blend together and give it a cohesive look. Like it was all supposed to go on this page. So I think I just wrote in there that this was the June subscription box. So when I lifted up that flap, I'd know where all these papers came from. A little more inking. And where am I going to put it? I think I was looking to try to get the 12 at the top because it's a clock face. I wanted it to be right side up. And I found, I just used the brown Flair pen to put the arms on the clock and write the date down there because it kind of goes with the coloring. And that's it. So next I'm going to put a little hidden note in that little pocket. So I've got a little notebook here, and I'm just going to rip a page out because I liked this soft creamy paper that was in there. And I started to ink the edges up, but then nobody wants straight edges, guys. So watch, I start inking this up, and then I'm wondering what the heck I'm doing. So I have to start tearing the paper on the edges because, yeah, you have to have torn edges, right? Um, I didn't want these straight edges. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tear the edges on this paper. I'm going to ink it all up a little bit in the center as well and make myself a really vintage torn piece of paper just to write myself a little note. So sometimes my notes can be little memories or something that I've done recently, or it could just be a poem or a affirmation. And I will fold this up and stick it in that little pocket. Sometime in the future, I will be flipping through this book. I'll be able to take this little hidden note out and read it, and hopefully it will make me smile. So if you guys like this type of video, let me know in the comments down below. I certainly love working in this journal, and if you like me sharing it, I'll keep on doing that. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button before you leave, because I'd love you to come back and watch some more and share some time with me. And yeah, so I think that's it. Do all the things, everybody. Push the buttons and, give me the likes, of course. And I will see you all in the next video. Until then, stay safe and bye-bye for now.